There was a theme last time, but I don't remember what it was.
You gave everybody Panda Bear Boy's hat. What was his name?
Yeah. Everyone
you
had a
his
hi-hat.
OC without a hat, and you drew...
Come on.
Come on.
Or I could just keep it up to interpretation. I don't know.
Oh, there it goes. Okay, yep. Audio's good. Internet should be good. So, I'm going to take another bite of dinner. And I'm going to chew it. Hang on.
Aha!
Oh, I need to post the link that says that I'm live. So I always forget to do that. Hey everybody, I'm Bananimation, and this is the Draw Fast stream. Follow that link in the description of my Discord server, and after you read the rules, send me a reference of your original character. I'll crank out a doodle of it quickly and crudely for the measly price of sticking around to see it drawn. You can submit as many characters as you want, just make sure the reference is legible and the character is yours. Soon after the stream is over, you'll find your drawings in the updates channel.
Is it even live?
Yes?
Is it live for other people?
Yes?
What's up, potty people?
Whenever I check to make sure it's live, I check on a different account.
It just didn't load for me.
And I always keep it, I always open separate too, and so far so good.
Oh jeez.
That's some good internet.
Yep.
You're a good internet.
Just getting all my refs ready. There keeps being more.
Well, they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming and they don't stop coming. They don't stop
You
coming
know,
and they don't stop
they
coming.
really don't stop coming.
But the years start coming and I don't stop running back to the den and I hit the ground running. So much to do, so much to see.
I'm just gonna go
Next subject, please.
Yo,
Chat revenue $0.
I'm beginning to remember why you say don't sing in the stream. But we're also...
There are two reasons why I don't like there to be singing in the stream.
Because it takes up so much time and you're like, oh shoot, we should be talking.
Well, the first reason is because it's just, it's one of those things that's kind of like bad stream etiquette, or bad like voice chat etiquette is, usually if you haven't asked if everyone's okay with you making music, it's kind of obnoxious. I mean, it's like, it's not as bad as if someone, like, pulls out a guitar without asking if everyone wants to hear the song.
God damn it! That was my joke!
No! No, you shouldn't have said God damn it. You should have just, like, started playing when I finished my sentence.
I hate you!
Oh my gosh, you actually have a
Anyway,
guitar.
here's Wonderwall.
Play Wonderwall. I don't know Wonderwall.
So yeah, there's the whole chat etiquette thing. But also, YouTube's algorithm is kind of weird. And, it could mess with my monetization.
Your monetization is already messed with.
Has this character been drawn every stream?
The moment you say the word.
Every stream? I don't know about that.
Every stream. I'm gonna go back through all the streams. Find out.
Okay, see you next year.
Oh. I mean,
There is an archive now where you can see
I'm playing a game. That's why I said no.
all of the drawings.
Wow, imagine playing a game and not watching the Draw
Leaving.
Fest stream.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's always fun to say, wow, imagine not watching the stream, but freaking no one does.
I watched the stream.
That's the joke.
Like, if you're in the voice chat, you're not watching the stream.
I am.
I
You
am-
tell me you are, but I don't believe you.
Yeah. You are currently working on Deferred Galaxy's first OC.
Yeah, well, that's because it's the first thing in the submit channel. You don't have to be watching to figure that out. I don't trust you.
But yeah, but you skip my OCs off.
Alright. You really want to test me? Ask me again
That's
in 30
really a
minutes.
What was that
Again
about
in 30
Uranus?
minutes?
What?
Wow. Your guys' internet sucks.
Does someone sound like a robot?
Yes.
Yes,
Is it
you sound
me?
like
Yep.
a robot. You sound like a
Fucking DG sounds better than you.
Domo
That's 'cause I have
arigato,
better
Ban-san.
He does have better internet.
That's because I have better...
Oh!
I have a better data plan.
Yeah, he does.
Data plan. Is that a fact?
Are you
Haha.
tricking my pronunciation?
I'm gonna fucking shoot myself.
You, yeah. Your pronunciation isn't great.
Your pronunciation. The joke every time you draw the character, the jacket gets shorter.
Does it?
The jacket is. I mean, it is supposed to be like a short jacket.
Maybe next time,
The
if I
character
remember
has
to, I'll just draw it with, like, sleeves only.
I
just realized she has the long.
and a
Oh, yeah.
long.
I just realized she has a long skirt and a short jacket.
She has a skirt.
Yeah?
Kind of, yeah. Right there.
Oh, I see it now.
It's not even kind of. She definitely has a skirt.
I couldn't tell.
Darn it.
That's because your first name is Idiot.
Hey, you're not supposed to call me by my first name.
I didn't call you at all.
Only last name.
I was just referring
Don't even
to
mention my first name.
Listen,
my
if
first
it's
You're
causing
hearing
you so
things
much
that
trouble,
sound
maybe you should
remarkably
get
like a
it
phone.
changed.
You're supposed to. call
You could
people by
change
their-
it to anything else.
I've always
something,
wanted to be Ben.
something benign.
Ben dumbass.
Something benign like Michael.
Something banana.
I've always wanted to be Ben. Ben dumbass.
Ben.
Now I'm thinking of those Bart jokes. You know, the ones he pulls on Mo all the time where he calls the shop. He's like, I'm looking for this guy! And it's always a joke.
Oh my god, my name should be Ben Dover.
It's true.
thought you were
While
gonna-
you're at it, you might as well change your last name too.
Exactly.
I thought you said you're gonna change your name to Ben Shapiro.
Bun Shapiro.
Oh my god, I still have that fucking photo of him in the bunny costume.
Did he actually wear a bunny costume?
He did.
Oh my
it was
god.
a thing. It happened.
I love it.
Cute! Sounds so cute!
It was.
Nothing more adorable than a grown-ass man in a bunny costume.
Listen,
Well, the bunny
and
costume's
he's not
cute.
just
I
a
didn't say anything
grown-ass
about the
man.
man.
He's a guy with like angry eyebrows and like his his brow comes so far over his eyes that they're always shadowed.
Most people's eyes are in shadows because of their brows. Eyes are like inset.
Yeah, but his especially. It might just be like the lighting. He always. Yeah.
He always makes a point to stand directly under the light.
But like, yeah, his eyes are always obscured. Where's that image?
Alright, so I copied these in here, and they went out of order.
Bingo, found it.
So, I had to find Terry's character. There it is.
Teddy the Tatapus.
No.
Terry the Tentacles has some nice tats.
Terry the Tittypus.
No.
I'm sorry, sir. That wasn't very Christian of you.
Wasn't very. Yes.
That was very terrible.
Oof.
Eh.
You got him.
Wow. Oof, ouch. Owie.
I
Been a
defer
while
you to
since
the door.
She's making more name puns. Watch out.
Watch out. You better watch out. You better watch out.
You're banned.
Watch out.
You
So,
better watch out. You better cry. Pretty soon you're going to die.
I have
yeah.
been very intentionally avoiding TikToks for a long time, and
It's an improvement.
I started watching
Avoiding it.
TikToks.
Oh,
TikTok?
Yeah, I mean
Fuck is a TikTok.
they're basically vines.
Oh. Oh. I know what you're talking about. I got a half-sister who's on that.
that's why she's only half your sister.
Very
Oh my
Gen
God.
Z.
Oh my god. No zoomies.
What?
He's talking about Zoomers.
Cringe. Cringe. Is that all you shit posting fucks could say?
I think that video where the guy was just repeating cringe based was like one of my first exposures to the terms cringe and based. Well, not cringe, but based.
I love how fucking angry he sounds. It's amazing.
Based still sounds weird to me, honestly. Kind of like mans.
Based.
Like, it's just not the right part of speech.
Who says mans? What the fuck?
Man's best friend.
No, how does the stupid thing go? Whose mans is this?
It just sounds so wrong.
Listen,
Whose man's is it
that's,
anyway?
that's what we call retardation.
Yeah, I had to have someone explain it to me, and I was like, that just, I can't jive with that.
I can't gyrate with that. I'm
That's
sorry.
not what I said.
It could be.
There.
Next meme.
Wait, I don't get
For
it. Why
those
did
of
she
you at home,
clap?
I smacked him.
I don't
Okay,
know.
moving on. Oh. You okay?
This rice is fighting me.
Fight
Well,
back.
bite it back. That's what you're supposed to do.
Why is
trying.
fucking-
There's a
is-
lot
why
of
is-
it. I thought I could eat this much rice, but I was wrong.
Van almost died after inhaling rice.
Nice.
Dude, imagine inhaling dry rice. Just rice grains.
Imagine eating food.
You gotta,
I like the expression you gave her.
you gotta wet your rice before you inhale it.
I'm not gonna wet
You cannot
rice.
eat raw
You
rice.
have to microwave your mayonnaise.
What was that thing earlier, that meme where that guy was like, hey, can you help me get wet? And she was like, I don't know, take a shower or something.
Okay. Alright.
Think about people choking on ice. Just be patient is the best advice.
That's a lyric.
Is it?
I'm a thoughtful
Yes? Do you,
guy. I think about
why
a
don't
lot
you
of
know
things.
that what you're
I
quoting?
am a thoughtful guy. I have a lot of thoughts about a lot of things.
I think about space and the vastness of it. I think about cake and how much I love it.
Oh my gosh, you guys are Rhett and Link fans.
I used to watch
I
them
was.
a lot.
Same here.
Then they stopped fucking doing funny things and
Yeah.
started like a daily show. I couldn't watch it.
Yeah,
Good
it's
magical morning. It
mythical.
has
I think
It has
I
its
also
charm.
dropped off around the time Good Mythical Morning started. But shoot, what was I going to say? I was definitely going to say something. Oh yeah, I was going to say I went a long time without watching like any other content, and then really recently in my suggestions, someone had posted a video about how Link should not be trusted with sharp objects, and I watched it, and it was quality content.
Some of their stuff is okay. I personally prefer the Will It series, like Will It ice cream sandwich, Will It taco, Will It hamburger, Will It pudding. They don't actually have a pudding one, but I wish they did. Poor Link, though.
Okay.
I don't know.
But for the most part,
That
I am a
doesn't
little...
sound appealing to me at all. I actually found Link through, what's his face?
Julian Smith?
Julian Smith, yeah.
Yeah.
I don't know how I guessed that. That's how I found him, though.
Julian Smith
The
was
first-
the man.
Yeah,
There
And then he
is.
wasn't anymore.
and then he just stopped.
He also switched.
Remember...
No, he didn't switch to a daily show.
I think,
He did like a weekly, monthly thing.
Remember when he was kidnapped?
yeah.
What?
Mhm. That was pretty fun.
He
I'm
wasn't
doing
really kidnapped.
Pan, why'd you skip the 1 cent commission?
Dumbass.
He's too good for the stream, that's why. He's too good for this world. I can hear Alex singing through your microphone.
Yeah, well, my room's not exactly soundproof, and
Neither is mine.
Just kill Alex.
6 people live in this house.
I don't think anyone will fault you for killing Alex at this point.
Whoa!
Nostrils.
Someone might care. Like,
Alex might care, but it won't matter once
probably
he's dead.
his mother. His girlfriend will
He
get
has a
over it.
mother? I thought it was I thought it was Demon Spawn.
His mother, his brother, his sister, and if he was married, his wife.
I feel
Does
like
Alex
you're
actually
trying
have
to
a
make a
girlfriend?
reference. What did you say, King?
Does Alex actually have a girlfriend?
Yeah. She has the same name as our sister, and it's really weird.
Oh my goodness.
Uh-oh. Alabama, here we come.
We tried
Oh, no.
to get one of them to accept having a nickname so it wouldn't be confusing, but they both refused.
Wow. Guess you won't be welcoming her as a in-law anytime soon.
It's not really up to us. Wait, shoot, how does this work?
Or is it?
I feel like, you know, adding another person to your family should be like a democratic decision.
I mean, it's his name now. He can do with it what he wants. I mean, it seems like traditionally speaking, he should definitely have more say in it than me, because I'm not gonna be keeping that name.
I actually met someone a while back. She's got the same name as I do, and now everybody's calling her Squared because there's 2 of us. And we keep saying, one of you needs to have a nickname, but on the other hand, we don't know who's the giver, and we both...
Because she was a square.
I used to have a friend named Alejandro, and we called her Alex Squared.
Yep. See, we're doing the same thing with her.
Because she had both of the names.
Just refer to everyone by their last names.
It was
Refer
still
to everyone
Alex.
as an incel.
Who needs nicknames when you can just...
Yeah, and don't call me Ban anymore. You can start calling me an animation.
An animation.
Or just Mation.
An
Mation
an.
Nation. No, wait, I think Animation Nation is a thing, and I don't want to get struck.
By lightning.
Someone's gonna come hit you because you said she doesn't want to get struck.
I don't want to have a stroke either.
Okay.
That was a lie.
I'm gonna walk around the rest of my life with a big C on my forehead. I'm copyrighted. No.
Copyright.
That reminds me of the joke in The Incredibles when he says that he doesn't want to go walking around with a big BS on his shirt, because he said he's a babysitter. Do you remember that joke? Do you guys remember the joke?
It stands for sitter. Originally it was gonna be babysitter, but you can't go walking around with a big BS on your shirt because...
I remember not knowing what he was talking about when I was.
And then you find out.
There's literally like no reason why you couldn't go walking around with a shirt that had a big BS on it.
I mean, the kids definitely wouldn't know.
Yeah.
But the adults would, and that would make them uncomfortable, and we know how adults are.
Dumbass.
They're supposed to be adults, right? Do you want something, Ben?
Yeah,
Can I help you?
Instead, they're adult. A collective adult.
Yeah, I want you to, fuck off.
Alright.
Oh,
Bugger off. Oh, he's gone.
maybe.
No! Fuck.
Pretty sure
All
he'll
I
be back.
do is push everyone away.
Reach over. Hug. You can't get rid of me that easy.
What the hell just happened?
Who's in?
See, I knew he'd be back. And he's changed his name.
I'll be back.
It still shows this idiot dumbass for me.
Be idiot dumbass.
What did he change it to? Is it...
I didn't
No.
change it.
Oh, okay.
No, he just added the... When I looked at it last, he
no,
just had
yeah.
idiot, and now he's got both halves of it. I am getting loud again.
He, it said idiot dumbass before.
No,
But it's still
you're wrong.
okay. Gosh, that one keeps getting stuck in my head. That and
Hey,
Bluey
drop
songs.
it. Stuck in on
Flashing
my head.
gang signs.
I couldn't hear what was said because people were singing, despite being explicitly asked not to sing and having a discussion about why people shouldn't sing.
Who is singing?
I am musically triggered today, and I apologize profoundly.
You are not forgiven.
You are profoundly
Well, shoot.
not forgiven.
You must atone for your transgressions.
You must atone for your transgenders.
No.
I was just about to make that joke.
So did you guys see the game last night?
Which game?
One.
The Super Bowl.
I was making
It's
a joke.
Monday, guys.
I do
Super-
not
Super
watch
Bowl
sports.
isn't till February.
I have no idea about games.
I only know
Yeah,
a little
Amanda-
bit of what's going on in the soccer world right now, and that's because my boss and his family are as big of soccer fans as Texans are football.
Imagine liking soccer.
Imagine liking.
Imagine having interests.
Imagine Dragon. Hey
No.
DJ, how you doing?
Imagine that.
Imagine.
Imagine Drag.
Imagine that.
Well, a little late on the uptake.
I'm gonna
Log on the
eat
wall.
more
Ching,
of this.
ching. Good grief. Got that one in there now. Alright, where did I put...
Alright, who is
Go back to
next?
I am.
It's
Alexa,
gonna
turn it
be...
down.
It's gonna be bitch.
Oi!
Oi! Who's bitch?
Yes.
Oh, I remember who bitch is.
It's code.
Why? DJ, why?
What?
What?
DJX.
No, wait,
What?
code. Code, why? I'm getting my names mixed up.
You're going to need to
Couldn't
be
even
more
confuse me for
specific,
code.
and also code is not here.
That's his character, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's not here.
Oh, so we shouldn't go out.
Well, the low price of sticking around has not been met, so that's up to her.
I just meant he's not in the
Her.
voice chat. I don't know if he's watching.
I can't tell.
I think he's like at
Code
work or
switch
something,
genders
so he
on
might be like in a place where he can't talk, but he's watching.
He is indisposed.
Ah, that would make
Why
sense.
would he be watching at work?
Darn it.
You
Where?
work at McDonald's. He cannot watch. He has to make burger.
actually
Not if no
watching
one
it.
is ordering burger.
He's actually watching it with his family.
Okay, but at what McDonald's is nobody ordering burger?
The one where it's 3 a.m. I don't know, what time is it in,
People
Codeland?
order burger at McDonald's at 3 a.m.
Why would you go into work?
3
Why would you go into
Oh
a
my
restaurant
God.
at 3 a.m.?
It is 1:28 a.m. in the United Kingdom.
Have you not wanted a Krabby Patty?
Yeah, but for argument's sake, Patrick had that in his house already. He didn't actively go out.
And what
I'm
if you
gonna
did?
shoot
Where would he
myself.
go?
Are we actually arguing SpongeBob?
You can argue anything if you have the mind for it.
Some things aren't worth arguing.
Good point.
I didn't even realize that was code. I can't recognize the profile picture.
I
his-
hurt.
I recognized it because there's
today.
because of that third OC in his
Is it
lineup.
an anime girl? If it's
It
an
looks
anime
like
girl,
an
then I don't recognize it.
Yeah.
inkling.
I've seen
His
Codebreaker
custom
often.
status says clown and has a dancing clown Pepe.
Manga S.
Oh, little bug on the wall. Ching, ching. No one to love you at all.
Are we singing the
Ching.
song of the coronavirus? The corona people?
I finished my rice. Are you proud of me?
I am not
Rice.
proud of you. Anne.
Round of applause.
Because
I
I
can't
wasn't
think of one
sure if I
person
was
who
going
is.
to be able to, and then I did. So, in case you forgot the context.
I forgot the context, but I also remembered that I didn't care.
That's fair.
Much ado about nothing.
Annie, your internet sucks.
Okay.
Everybody runs away.
The stream is buffering. It's playing at like 240p. 360p. I was close.
Well, there is nothing I can do. I mean, there is one thing I could do, and that's not have a stream chat.
Yeah, that's enough to fix your internet issues.
Well, the little box went green, so maybe it'll be better for 2 seconds. Next up is Demonic Raven Animates.
Oh, not me. Okay, I heard the D and I thought it was going to be Dijon.
Next
but no,
up
it's not.
is anybody except for Deej.
Next
Bonjour,
up is Dick. Holy shit, it's high.
it's me,
Hiyo!
ARL.
Hi.
fucking me
Buddy
here.
boy.
Oh my god.
Buddy boy, okay,
What the hell
that
is
was
your
enough.
avatar?
It's Doja in a van.
Hi,
Yeah.
hi.
What's up?
You don't like Doge in the van?
I mean, it's me, you know.
I've got nothing. I can't think of a good pun.
Are you gonna...
Good.
Well,
Good.
that's very punny of you, because you usually have a pun.
Sometimes you just need to shut up.
Can you
Be on. I gotta be honest with you.
That was.
Can you share the image that is your avatar, so I can see it in its full glory?
Yo, imagine calling it an avatar.
That's what it's fucking called?
Profile picture.
Okay.
Avatar. What are you, some kind of blue man group?
Blue Man.
I actually wanted to go to a Blue Man Group concert show. I don't know once, but
What the hell
I
is
do
happening? Is that his butt?
I still do. Is that
Oh
his
shoot!
butt?
I didn't even look at that.
I mean,
It's hilarious.
Is that like
You said
is that photoshopped or is that his butt?
this is butt.
Okay.
It looks like an arm. That's what we get.
I was,
How
I
d-
was
yeah.
gonna say, is someone
This
making
is
furries or is he
amazing.
just
Just trucking, you know.
Yeah, that's his leg on the window, I
Yeah,
think.
we established that, did you?
Okay, we're just pointing it out for the viewers at home who don't have good eyesight.
The
Alright.
viewers at home can't see it. It's in
I'm
Discord.
pointing
Thank you
it
for
out just
converting
in
the
case anyone
fedora to
was...
something else.
I
man.
ain't even gonna look for it. Nope.
You are the true MVP of the Draw Fast streams.
It looked like one of those little thingies that's like on your head, but not on your head, like a little decoration hat that's not a real hat.
Excuse me, what?
Just take the W and go with
You mean
it.
a headband hat?
Why do you have to... I'm joking.
I mean, it's what it looked like to me. I wasn't
I'm
trying to
just-
make changes.
I'm just glad it's not a
No
fedora.
one to love him.
Fedora, fedora.
Well, I'm happy you're happy, so
I'm a trucker.
everything's okay.
Mother trucker, dude. That
No,
hurt like
the
a
truck.
butt cheek.
Oh no!
I'm
Oh
trying to
no!
figure out what if you have a theme this time, and I'm coming up blank.
I haven't figured out one.
Well, shoot, I can suggest one, but
Yeah, it'd be good. Good meme, 10 out of 10. Think I drank too much caffeine, it's not good for me.
Oh yeah, drinking.
Oh yeah,
who told you
drinking.
you could drink and drive?
No, I don't.
Ban, you should do drunk streams.
No.
That would require me to get drunk.
And then nobody's OC would be drawn. She'd end up laughing her head off and having to go find it.
Sounds like a
No,
good time
I would
to
just
me.
be peeing the whole time.
Just be... Stream
As I
from my
said.
bathroom.
Facebook Live.
No.
Yo, she's got bloodshot eyes.
That's not how that works.
Isn't it?
It looks like ketchup
She's
and...
constipated.
That color combination looks like ketchup and mustard.
It just looks like ketchup to me.
Yeah.
Why is your ketchup
well,
yellow? Yellow brownish.
Oh, okay. I might be a little.
Brown-
Oh, now we're
It's
getting the
Dijon.
mayo. Ooh.
You're
Mayonnaise.
telling me.
Are you telling me?
And now I want a sandwich.
Dude, it's Dijon mustard.
Dijon.
What?
Excuse me?
Dijon.
Excuse
What?
me?
You are excused. What else do you
Too
want?
much.
Next up is Omega.
Are you
If you say my name, what? What do you want?
are you speaking goddamn fucking Swahili in this good Christian server?
French? You mean French?
As far as I'm concerned, none of you are As
What
far
is
as I'm concerned,
French?
none of you have any proof that you're Christians whatsoever. So, moving on.
What?
What?
Any
What does
proof
that have to do
we're
with
Christian?
anything?
Wait, what?
Exactly.
What? What?
That's not an explanation.
What?
Why would
Can
you
you
say
grab-
that with no
You can't just say
context?
exactly. That word has a
You
meaning.
can't just say these things.
I don't listen for like half a minute, and
You-
suddenly there's still words going down,
You
just
can't
like...
just say exactly as if you've proven a point. When you
Well, that
haven't.
was the point. There is no point. So why are you ragging on how I'm saying your name, John?
John.
What?
Don.
Why are you talking to me now? This isn't about me.
John!
I'm so confused by this conversation.
No, he's like, No, I was saying Dijon earlier, and he's like, "You're speaking Swahili in our good Christian." I'm like, "Oh my gosh, really?"
In our good Christian Minecraft server.
Oh, I didn't
And
hear
I'm
you
like,
say in our
nope.
good Christian Minecraft servers, so it
Well,
sounded...
probably because your internet's bad.
Fuck off.
Are you sure it's the internet and not you?
I mean, people say I'm slow,
Sure,
but I am
surely it is the
speed.
children's fault.
Something said, not good. They called you slow.
People say I'm slow, but like I said, I am speed. Meow.
I'm speed.
Speed,
there he goes.
yes.
He's
Very
speed
fast.
He's speedwagon.
Speed wagon. Sports wagon.
Broom, broom.
Oh, why not a race car? It's faster.
Voice call.
I'm sorry, when did this become about race?
Oh, if
When
you
go
go
racing,
sideways,
want
you
the
see
little
more of
pony
the
or you want
world.
the thoroughbred?
There's a saying over here that says, if you go sideways, you see more of the world, so that's my goal.
If you go sideways?
Yes.
Like if you go east or west?
No.
What?
Drifting, yes.
If you overdose on PSP.
Then play the PS4
I mean,
instead.
I'm sorry, PC.
I guess the skyscraper window
I
cleaners
did
see a
it
lot of
again.
things because they're always going up and down.
I just assumed it was a drug I hadn't heard of.
Speed is.
PSP.
No, I've heard of that
PSP is one hell of a drug.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta smoke a PSP.
PS4, bro, that's where it's at.
one. Yeah,
I
kick
wouldn't
it up
know.
a few notches with that one.
I wouldn't
Inject
know.
some PSP in your veins.
What did you say?
I wouldn't know.
Who invited Kirby to this?
Who left the kettle on?
Sorry, he followed me home. How did it come to this?
Man, why do you keep coloring the ice green?
I'm just trying to breathe!
Look at
You
this.
good?
Look at this piece of broccoli.
Broccoli.
I don't like how you said that.
Broccoli.
Broccoli. Yes.
Broccoli.
Broccoli.
Broccoli and Discord for dinner.
Ooh,
Oh, good.
broccoli.
Don't say it like that. It sounds like a disease.
Broccoli.
Are you telling me the truth? No, I'm telling you the broccoli.
A broken lie? Sure.
No, not broken lie. Broccoli. No, the healthy variant.
This works. You want the whole truth or a broken lie?
Oh,
Why is broccoli so funny? There's absolutely no reason.
broccoli.
Just
Broccoli.
Bro, don't call me.
Bro.
bro.
Brother.
Pudasa.
Yes.
Bruder muss los.
Welcome to the laughing channel.
Great, this
Give
one's
us one of your
Joke's not
hearty
required.
German laughs.
No. Because then it would sound like me and some tire screeching or something like that. You know, when you just like rub dry rubber on something and just
Give
go
us the Angela Merkel laugh.
That's how it sounds. And I very rarely do that. It got to be good, you know.
Dude, it's woke cat ninja.
It's cheese grater time.
Cheese grater.
Cheese grater.
Give him
Now
a
I'm
cake.
thinking Power Rangers is food.
You should be
He
thinking
looks
Speed
red-pilled
Racer
and
would
based
do,
as fuck.
but okay.
Good grief.
In red filled.
He's
He
just
looks like
chilling.
Elvin and the Chipmunks character.
He sounded like he
He's one of
said
the chipmunks.
Elvin in the Chipmunks, like they're elves.
Elvin.
The
It did
Elven
until he-
chipmunks.
I did until he
Elvis.
said chipmunk, and I'm like, oh, he said Alvin, not Elvin.
No, Elvis.
What would
Elvis
Elvin chipmunks even look like?
I think they would look like chipmunks with pointy ears.
Yeah, but some chipmunks already do.
Pointier.
Well, then
Longer.
This is the joke, yeah.
Do you like those
know what?
long ass World of Warcraft ears? I think they have them like that in that.
Does that mean squirrels are actually chipmunk
Did you
elves?
just make a World of Warcraft reference in
I-
2020?
I don't know, man. I don't play the game. I said I'm pretty sure it's like that in that game.
Man, I've never been more disappointed.
That I don't play the
Disappointed.
game?
Pathetic.
No, that you made a World of Warcraft reference in 2020.
Pathetic. Ugh, get out of my sight.
Hang
Dude,
on,
who's
hang
dying
on
in
a
the
second,
background?
hang on a second.
Yeah, what the hell is happening?
Do not question that. Just roll with the flow.
Dude, he's got Alibaba pants.
Roll with the flow.
live streaming.
Check that
What on earth? I don't.
America sure as hell is weird.
out. America is one hell of a drug.
What the fuck is happening over there?
They're just fucking yelling.
You good?
I
There's
mean,
absolutely no reason for it, but
Heroin is one hell of a drug.
listen, they're having a good time, and that's all
Heroin
that
is one hell of a
matters.
drug.
Let me see.
okay.
I think it's funny that heroin is the name of a drug and also just a word that means female superhero. I mean, hero, female hero, sorry.
Female superhero.
A heroine?
Yeah, a hero and a heroine.
Why can't it just be hero? We're a hero. We are the heroes of our time.
Are we?
You wish
is-
heck
Because it doesn't.
I will not be defeated.
You wish heck don't call me that.
You can be defeated really easily. I can just send you to the mute chat or ban you. Or...
I can banish you to the Shadow Realm.
Yeah, I'll send you to the
Jimbo?
purple realm.
Gay baby jail.
Is there a blue realm? I'd rather go there.
No, it's
Okay,
the purple
baby J.
realm.
It's the purple.
You don't get a say in the matter.
Well, then my sister's
The
gonna
whole
follow me.
point
She
of
loves it.
banishment.
There is only a purple realm. There is not other ones.
Oh, okay, I'll wear something green then.
I mean, I guess there's this realm,
Realm of the Mad God.
but I
Heard
think
it's a
this
good
is
game.
just
I
like
remember that game.
reality.
I heard it's very good.
It's not.
Wasn't it free or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I remember. I mean, I guess better than nothing.
Hey,
You know, when you really broke.
When you're really broke, everything's a good game.
hey, Deesh. Hey, Deesh.
What?
He's dead.
What's
Oh.
what's your favorite
What
flavor? Of,
happened?
what's your favorite flavor of ice cream?
Tuna.
That's a good question.
Tuna. Tuna.
I
Yes.
I'm a fan of cookies and cream is hands down one of my favorites. If we're gonna say like just general flavors, if you mean like brand
Mustard.
exclusive flavors,
Fucking I'm a black. That was sick.
So Oreo.
yeah, like Oreo flavor, that's pretty good. I also like
You know what's
orange
jank
sherbet.
as hell? Like, what's stupid?
What?
The fact that a flavor of Oreos that exists is cookies and cream.
Yeah, it's Oreo flavored Oreo.
Yeah.
But cookies and cream is what Oreos get turned into. How do
Yeah, that's what we're getting at.
That's the point.
it's Inception?
that's
It
the
messes
joke.
with your brain.
That's the joke.
Wait, I have a image, a reaction image. Hang on.
Okay, I gotta see this now. Where is it?
There.
Well, Jax
that mean-
Films. I thought Jax Films was banned from the server.
Don't you have
No,
to
he's not.
ban yourself now?
No, that hasn't been in the rules for a long time.
It was
Why was
Jax
that ever in the
Films and
rules?
pants memes.
Yeah.
Why was that ever a meme? I mean, a roll? Yeah, why was that ever a
Because
roll?
I was annoyed by
Oh.
it because it was being posted really frequently. What color are the bowls in your house?
All sorts of colors, because we
Yellow.
get ours from thrift stores, so we have like a bunch of different sets
Do you
that we've
have-
gathered from heirlooms and.
Do you have
Purple, white, blue.
Do you have a favorite bowl?
Not really. I'm not specific, but I do know which types I use for. I use specific bowls for specific things.
What do you use
Like,
for
we have
ice
a
cream?
Whichever ones are available. I'm not picky about that. I do know when it comes to like when I microwave stuff. Whenever I make nachos, we have a set of black bowls that are kind of like thin. I guess not like super thin, but like they're lighter. And then we have a set
Bulbs.
of.
I've understood bulbs, light bulbs. I'm just like trying to figure out the whole thing. Just like,
What kind of light bulb do you eat ice cream out of?
just
And
like
then we have,
black. And
It's
it's
just like, man, America's really
Like-
fucking weird.
I'm trying to do this in a way you can visually understand. You know how like some bowls are thicker than other bowls?
No.
Yeah,
Because like if they're handmade, like they're a little bit like they're a little bit heftier. Yeah, we have green ones that I usually use from like Never mind. My point has been completely destroyed because I realized I use bowls for everything regardless. But I do specifically use the green ones more for certain things like microwaving pasta, and I use the black ones for my nachos and stuff. And then we have like ones that have like that kind of outer lip on them because they're like older style, and I use those a lot for like when we don't have any other bowls available, and also for ice cream.
what kind of handling is this? Just like acting. Just like, why would you spend so much time on that, deciding that? Like, it doesn't
What do you
matter.
mean?
It's a bowl.
Well, I'm not saying that I decide these things. I'm just saying this is like
It's
By
like,
pure
I eat the
coincidence-
nachos
by-
only out of the black ones. Okay.
No, I'm saying like this is specifically out of coincidence. Whenever I make these things, it's usually using these bowls out of instinct. Like I grab them and then I do that thing because like they're all microwavable safe. I just prefer to use certain ones because like some of them dissipate heat better.
all of our cereal bowls are white.
I mean, all
Oh.
my bowls are white. I'm just like, why should it be something else? White is fine.
All my bowls
And if you
are
take
white,
it out of
like they
context,
should
it is
be.
very offensive.
Of course, the German would say that. No.
Bless you.
What's your favorite?
Probably, oh, that's a tough one.
Grasshopper.
No, that's maybe like Ryan Reynolds.
Okay, I came up with an actual question. What's your favorite chip flavor, or what's your favorite type of chip in general?
I
That's a great
I
question.
really like the original baked Lays,
Oh my
Munchkin, sour
God.
cream and onion.
and I hate regular Lays. Except if they're
Regular Lay's
the ripple
are...
kind are fine, but like the regular
Yeah, ripple-
and vinegar. Salt and
It,
salt and vinegar is a good choice.
Ben, why do you draw my character like
Too strong.
he's holding in a shit? Like, why are you why
Who are
why
you
you
to
do me
say
like that?
he's not holding in a shit?
I mean,
your picture
gotta
will be drawn crudely and quickly for the low price of sticking around to see it drawn.
emphasis on crudely.
he looks like he's getting Taco Bell at like 4 p.m. And it's like the next morning,
He hit the old makeup.
and you gotta get ready for work. He's looking at the time and thinks like, no, I guess not.
The spicy chalupa was not the best.
And then was
part.
very
That
oddly specific.
spine is a little too curvy.
Imagine
You,
having
you
a
drew
spine.
a curvy OC, you know the one.
Yeah, it was.
I'm having trouble
thick.
speaking right now. It feels weird.
I drew.
Yes.
I
It feels
drew him
weird.
thick.
Yes, I am tired. I've
Hi, how
been
much,
stressed
Oh,
a
were you
lot.
asking me my favorite type of ice cream because you were drawing my character eating ice cream?
Yeah.
Were you not
I
paying
wasn't
attention?
watching. I should really start watching the stream.
I'm sorry
Why the f-
if it seemed like I was genuinely interested in what kind of ice cream you like.
Can
I
I
thought
just
you were
say-
genuinely.
And can I
No, it
just
made for
say,
good conversation anyway.
That's hilarious.
I thought we were friends.
No,
I thought you genuinely cared about my well-being for a little bit there.
Van, why does the thing keep messing up? Why does, like, his eyes get colored?
What are you talking about?
can you make the face white again, but leave the eyes like in this brown?
No.
Why?
Because it looks super funny.
I color in the shape
Okay,
first.
this looks good too.
I color in the shape first, and then I fill in the shape with the proper colors. You guys should know how this works by now.
They
Yeah.
probably don't use Photoshop. They're probably using like
Well, it's got nothing to do with, like,
Paint.net
knowing-
or Fire Alpaca.
It's got nothing to do with knowing how Photoshop works. They've been watching the stream for, like, years
Yeah,
now.
can I just say
You
that
remember
I
earlier in
find
the
it
stream you
extremely
mentioned that
rude.
we don't watch it. Well, now you have proof that they don't.
Wow.
Who's they? Because if you say it includes me, I've known this has been a ban fact since day one.
I know that King knows because he's questioned me about this specific thing before.
I don't understand how you do that.
How
Do
I
what?
do what?
Like how you fill in the shape. Do you like do it on another layer underneath?
Yeah, I'll
'Cause it
show you
seems
in
like
a
you just-
second.
Yeah, because it seems to me like you do it in one seamless motion where you just have the line art drawn and then you hit the bucket tool and it instantly makes a separate... Do you have like a clipping mask underneath or something? Or
How do you put a...
Can I just
clipping
say
mask
it is
underneath?
extremely rude to like request stuff and not show up at the stream? Or like don't watch it? I think that's extremely rude.
Oh,
Why did it get quiet all of a sudden?
I was about to mention a fun fact. I'm actually learning how to use Photoshop as part of a class I'm taking. Not that I'm doing it on my own free will. It's I have to as part of the class. They're teaching me how to use Photoshop.
It's not a bad thing.
It's multimedia. We're learning how to use all of the Adobe suite. Well, all of the major components. We're learning how to use Photoshop, InDesign, Illustrator, and Premiere Pro. I'm gonna learn how to be a YouTuber, essentially.
I can say something mean.
Oh, so you just use like the lasso tool? Or sorry, magic wand, not the lasso tool.
Hmm.
Yo, it's thunder!
Where's lightning?
Or or Thomas or whatever
Hmm?
at 6:55 p.m.
2:55 a.m.
372.
150.
69.
Nice.
Yo.
Alright, cool. I'm gonna delete these layers now. Let's see what is next.
Here go
You
the
should,
news.
you should draw.
Demonic Raven says I felt something and said ah.
What if you drew my character again?
Hang on a minute. Shut up.
Where did everyone go so out of the sudden? Like it's quiet.
I need to draw Deferred Galaxies second character.
I know why it's quiet in here now. It's because King died, and Terry is just sitting there waiting ominously in the shadows.
No, I got distracted by something. What?
For the perfect moment to strike.
Thunderstrike.
Oh, got him.
You walked into that one, you have to admit.
No. No, I don't.
Man, Thunderstrike. I don't even know if Thunder's a part of this server still.
You realize you can't get struck by... You realize you can't get struck by thunder. It's the lightning that gets you.
Okay.
Lightning and the thunder.
Well, in the end, thunder's just noise, isn't it?
I was lightning before the thunder. Thunder,
No, but you
thunder.
said thunderstrike, so...
Thunder, thunder, thunder. Thunder, thunder, thunder.
Shut up.
Thunder, thunder, thunder.
Is nothing but noise.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
No.
Lightning and the thunder.
No.
I guess he's not
That's an Imagine
singing.
Dragons.
Yes. No.
Yeah, I'm
just
not
no.
singing, I'm reciting the lyrics in a monotone voice so that you don't get mad at me.
I am.
She
And so
called
we
me
don't
out on
get
doing the
hit
same
with
thing last
the
time,
DMC.
so I don't think you can get away with it.
Macho Victor, number 6006. Yep, Thunder's still part of the server.
Neat.
Say. Oh, oops. Yes, I can't even talk. Okay, I think I'm gonna go now because I need to get up tomorrow.
Bam,
Like
I have
today.
a great question.
But I was here, okay? I just want to
I'm happy
Van,
that you
I-
came to the server, and I appreciate your company, and I hope that you sleep well and have a good day tomorrow.
Thank you, very wholesome.
Oh, thank you.
Okay. See you around.
Good night.
Bye. Bye, hi.
Bye-bye.
Gluten nugget.
I have a question, Bananimation.
Me too. You go first.
Bananimation. Anna. Bananimation. Okay, my question is, why is the picture for the stream just a gradient instead of the cool, funny picture?
I freaking love the picture from before, but I can't use it anymore, and I haven't made a new one yet.
Well, you have to make a new one with all the cool people who are part of the server, who are active. Who was that?
That was me stretching.
Oh. I got confuzzled because,
Hey-
like, we've just
hey,
been
man,
losing people
anyway.
left and right.
Says Fearless Fang.
What?
Oh.
Say ban animation.
What happened?
Someone wants you banned.
Fearless SDW Fang. What does SDW stand for? Omega, I can't use the old one because I'm not a pony anymore.
You cut off again.
I said
Yeah, you're.
I can't use the old one because I'm not a pony anymore.
Oh, that's stupid.
I'm mad at you. Why would you do that? Why would you stop using palette?
What does
The-
SDW stand for?
She has a whole video explaining this. Why are you giving her a hard time? Yeesh.
The pony was unique. This face is dumb.
This is my face.
Yeah.
God damn it. I need to do the Toon Me thing.
Yeah, the pony was unique and creative. This is just a human with wings.
The
That's
pony
not
wasn't
like
unique and creative. It was a My Little Pony OC.
Well, it was more unique than just me with wings. Like
I
that's
like me
still
with
more of a
wings.
That's more of a Sona than that is. Like, come on, let's be honest here. An original character is more original than just you as a person with green wings.
I wonder,
Then
Controversial
say
hot
a
take.
dog with horns.
I wonder if I'll actually ever make
A dog with
The
horns? Who has a dog with horns?
palette comment.
You do.
Are you calling out Wolfrang? Well, that's a dragon with horns. Are you calling out
Probably not.
who here has a dog with horns as an OC, and why are you targeting them?
Your ID is a dog with horns.
My ID? I don't even have an ID. Well, no, I have an ID. It's just a picture of me.
No, she's talking about the freaking picture of a serval with the,
I'm giving you a hard time on purpose here.
okay.
Yeah, it's not a dog, it's a serval, and it's homestuck. It has homestuck horns, troll horns.
Jesus
Yeah.
Christ.
It is very unique.
It's very
Not to
horny, if you
mention-
ask me.
Yes, that's actually what, it's an inside joke amongst me and our friends, and that's what we call ourselves, the horny gang.
Fearless Shadow.
Yeah, but it's still a dog.
It's not a dog, it's a cat! It's a wild savannah cat.
Who's giving who a hard time now?
Yeah, it's my OC, my D&D character, Lance. It's a 3D, low quality 3D image of a serval that my friend found. Photoshopped the head onto the body of Dio Brando from JoJo's Bizarre Adventure, and then put Homestuck troll horns on.
Well, no wonder it looks very flat.
It's one of the greatest images ever made.
Comes up a little short to me.
Guess you have bad taste.
I can do this all day, man. I troll
I kind
trolls.
of want to change my profile picture at some point to something else that holds a little different meaning. I want to get more artwork of my characters, but until I get my PayPal set up, I can't commission people.
You can put your OCs here, copy paste those to stuff.
Oh, it's the devil dog guy.
Yeah,
Oh, sounds like people are home.
they might be, or it could be somebody
I
else.
drew it.
Oh, wait, nope, that's Rumby. Dang it.
What did I just draw? What did I just draw?
Nothing.
What did I just draw?
I wish there was a way for me to commission people without needing to attach my credit cards and my PayPal again.
If only there's a way to
Because-
commission people without actually paying.
Yeah, like it'd be really nice, right? If you could just like give me cash, be like, hey, here you go.
There's a lot of artists I like, and I want to support them, and I'm like, hey, I want to commission this person, but the problem is that my PayPal got shut down, and I don't want to attach my credit card to that PayPal, because the problem with that is it doesn't even match me 100%. Yes, my legal name is on there, but my birth date, just in case you did not know, I am not actually 40. So...
All you gotta do is, every time you want to commission an artist, drive to their house and give them cash.
There's only like one artist I know who lives in my state. In my city, actually. And that's Umels.
Look up local art events. Support your local artists. They do wonders.
Yeah, but the thing is, I'm not gonna get a random... I'm not gonna force a local artist to draw my furry. Like, I know local artists. I know a lot of great, people...
Oh, but you'll make internet strangers draw your furry?
Exactly.
I'll make internet strangers who specialize in drawing furries draw my furry. I'm not gonna hire a portrait artist to $200 to draw my persona for me.
I'm sure there's
and then
more
they can
furry
go-
artists in your
Artists are
town
not
than you
only going to
realize.
charge you less, but
There
some of
are
them want
not,
to be outside of
bro.
their comfort zone even a little bit.
Put a classified in the paper.
You didn't even know my town existed until I told you about it.
No,
How do you...
put a classified.
can-
Put an ad in the paper. Reaching out to
Please
furry,
draw
local
my
furry.
draw my persona. I will pay you.
Please contact me for furry commission.
Just walk up to your neighbor. Hey, are you an artist? I'll pay you $20 if you draw this for me.
This town is full of artists. It's just a matter of
underpay your
finding.
Then what's your
kiddos.
problem? I'm not hearing a problem other than you don't want to ask anybody to do it unless they're online.
Because they're professional artists who specialize in other things. They're like painters and jewelers that I can think. Oh god, I dropped my phone.
Go get it.
They're all like different art things. It's
Some
like
people like
you
a
need-
challenge. Some people want to be pushed out of their comfort zone a little
Well,
bit.
he's not
going
gonna
to
get the
I
results
don't-
he wants if they're not used to drawing.
And I
that.
don't want to pay $400 for a very, very fancy oil painting of my little dog, man. Like that would be really cool, but I don't have the money to throw away on that.
You realize because they're local, and if you know them, and if you make friends with them, you don't have to get charged as much because they'll know you don't want something that elaborate.
I mean, I have friends who do art. The problem is, like, the heck, even one of my actual friends in real life has told me that, like, she would take cash from me to draw things, but I've asked her to draw my furry, and she says, I don't draw furries, it would either look horrible or I would not like drawing it.
At which point you just turn to her and say, well, here's your challenge then. Just try. I won't care how it comes out. You just drew my thing. I'm not hearing much of a problem other than one you're making for yourself.
Bruh moment.
Oh my gosh. Did he wake up? Tell me he didn't wake up.
Bruh moment. Oh. Oh, yeah, that's right, Thunder's in Australia. I forgot Australia exists.
He is Australian, yes.
Okay, kid's still asleep.
Yeah, I wish there was a way I could commission people just with my card as it is, but unfortunately not. And
I
I've
feel like
never
we
been
talked
one
about
to.
this extensively last week.
Yeah, we did. I just keep bringing it up because I'm hoping every week that there's a solution to my dilemma, but
Send a check in the mail?
Check.
I'll just have to give someone a blank check and tell them to use my routing number or something. Or
Yes, I
God,
hear you, Omega.
that's such a shady thing to do, but like.
Here's a question. Why did your PayPal get shut down? Was it something you did, or it just didn't work?
My PayPal got shut down because I didn't put enough personal verification. They wanted me to put down my social security number, and I did not have access to that because all of my personal papers are, locked away safely, as one would do. And I just
Mine are
didn't
in a
want to give
folder under my
PayPal.
bed.
The thing
I got
about
mine
that
in various
is,
hiding places all over my house, so...
I don't know if my social security number would reveal my, actual birth information, like, just the date. Because if that doesn't match up with my date of birth that PayPal thinks I have, I was worried that would actually...
You're not really supposed to give out your social security number, but it also doesn't have like any safety features, so it's something that's not...
That doesn't make sense to me because I have a PayPal and it didn't ask me for my social security.
It asked me for... Well, do you have a credit card or your bank account attached to your PayPal?
I have a debit card attached to the darn thing.
Exactly.
It didn't ask me for my social security. It just wanted my card number, my birth
That's why
date.
they didn't ask you. I did not have a debit card made until this year because I was under the age to get one, I think. No, I could have had one. I just didn't get one. I started my PayPal account like 14 or 15, and so I was just using PayPal alone. And they said that in order to use PayPal alone without a credit or debit, I would need to verify that I'm a real person or actually attach my debit to it. And seeing as I didn't have a debit, I just said, well, that's that. And so they asked me, like, we're withholding your funds from you until you give us some sort of verification, like your birth certificate or SSN. And I was like, well, I'm not doing that, so I didn't do that. And so it has been multiple years, and they still send me, like, my account statement monthly, even though there's no money going out or in. And the thing is, I don't want to actually resolve that because the account is obviously not correct as it is. So
Can you go in, delete it, get a debit card, and just reboot it?
Well, that's my plan. My plan is to wait till next year when my 18th birthday comes up, so that way I can establish a real account with my real actual birth information and stuff and connect my debit to it. So that way if I use it for online banking in the future, it's correct information and nothing happens or no legal screw-ups come up.
Yes, and be sure it's a debit card, because personally, I don't like credit cards.
Oh, yeah, well, that's why all I have is a debit card anyway.
Well, there you go.
I think this guy has multiple sets of horns, and they don't match.
Just cover the entire character in horns.
Also, friendly reminder that you're supposed to send a character reference, not just, like, art.
What do you mean a character reference and not just art?
There's a difference. A character reference will typically show the character either at a good angle or at more than one angle, and will do everything in its power to make sure that I understand exactly how the character is shaped. And
the exception she could probably come with is if the character, even if it is art, is very clearly visible, whereas in this image, it's kind of blending in the background because she can't see those horns very clearly.
Well, I mean, he's covering his face with his hand, and he's standing sideways, so I don't know what the other side of him looks like. So, like, I'm forced to draw him at this angle because I have no idea what the rest of him looks like.
man in...
Celine was sideways. You didn't have a problem with her. Celine was sideways. You didn't have a problem with her.
I don't know who Celine is.
The OC you drew.
Today?
Yeah.
Was
The
it
Pegasus with the red coat.
What is it, a pony?
Yeah?
Well, ponies are
symmetrical.
Ponies are either symmetrical or you can, like, flip them the other way and it doesn't matter that it's switched.
I think that
Like, you know how, like, Rarity's
that
hair
bugged
goes
me
in whichever
so much
direction
when
is
the show
convenient?
first came out and be like, wait, their hair's on this side. They turn around, it's on that side. Wait, do they have that on both sides or no? And Applejack's ponytail did not help.
Yeah.
And then later on, the animation finally has it to where it actually makes sense. And like, oh, they're turned this way and the pony's tail's on that side. Well, you just do this. And I'm like, thank you. But every time they do reruns of previous episodes, that's the one thing that bugs me the most.
Yo, on the subject of My Little Pony, how do you feel about the mini-series Pony Life that they announced last year?
I saw it briefly through a Dr. Wolf video, and I'm not sure I want to watch it.
I have no feelings about it.
I mean, if people want to watch it and they like it, okay. But me personally, I don't think I'm going to get into it.
Shouts out to... Never mind. I think... I don't know anything about the show. All I know is that they had a Lizzo song, and I was like, interesting. And I learned nothing about the series. It was just a lot of toys, and then the occasional animated pony. And the if you'll excuse me for being a Twitter.com or Reddit dude bro for a moment, cow art style. That sentence didn't come out how I wanted it to. I think that was like two different endings in the middle of the same sentence. I'm gonna change the subject now.
Okay.
Good, because I got lost.
How are your New Year's resolutions coming along so far?
I don't do those.
I have one.
What is it, Terry?
Project New Year. I'm making 12 paintings through the entire year, one for each month. I am currently working. I got a head start on my second one for February, and I'm really excited for that to get finished.
Have you shared your January one yet?
Yeah, it's on my DeviantArt.
Can you, if you have it saved, would you mind posting it again, just so I can look at it?
Oh, let me see if I still have a image on here somewhere. I'll put that in.
What mediums do you work with? Is it oil paint?
No, I use mainly acrylics.
Oh.
Because oil takes so darn long to dry. Plus, my mom had like a whole bunch of acrylics left over from her little primary projects way back when. And so I'm like, oh, paint. Let's use that. And so I just messed around with it, and I now have all of her old paints plus some new ones I bought.
I think
I'm just used to it.
I
did try watercolors at one point on paper, but I'm not patient enough to be professional with those, let's be honest.
I've come up with an interesting idea. This may be a bit much to propose given what you're already doing, and maybe this is something for free time or something I can do myself. But it would be interesting to try making one art piece with a different medium for each month over the year, or any amount of time really. Like experimenting with watercolor and then sculptures and then like, just different types of mixed media.
But here's the only problem with that. That would be more expensive because then I'd have to be buying new materials every time. And some of these would be mediums I'm not familiar with, and I'm kind of a perfectionist. If I'm not satisfied with something, I'm not going to post it.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't know if it's doable. I don't think I said that, but it's definitely not an easy challenge.
There you go. I just put that in stream chat, the January one.
Let's see. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, I took that at an angle so that the shiny paint I put in there, the metallic paints, showed up better.
My goal this year, not really a resolution, but just my goal is to do art more frequently, so that way I don't, lose my interest or my ability. This year I want to actually participate in an art fight for real. The last 2 years I've been a part of it, I've either done nothing or done not enough at the end of the month.
He said
You could give
I
your
don't know
own.
if-
You could give yourself your own version of My Project New Year, where you set a date, you get
Yeah.
something done before there. You treat it partially like a homework assignment, except you can do whatever you want with it.
Yeah,
And
well,
even if you're not finished with it, you've done something.
he said
that's kind of what I'm doing. I just hate setting deadlines for myself. I'm just trying to at least do one thing each month, and I've been doing that, kind of.
he said
My new ambitious project... What?
he said Michael this year.
You know, my new ambitious project is I'm trying to write a story that I came up with, but the problem is, every time I think I'm satisfied with my story arc and my ideas, I end up realizing I don't like them and I want to try something different, so I don't know if I'm ever going to start writing it.
Here's what you do. I do a little writing on the side here, so try this. When you get an idea in your head, just write stuff down. Don't worry about what... Don't second guess it, don't second think it. You just write as you think. And then when you have run out of steam, you go back, you read it over as if you're the reader, not a writer. And if you forget you're the one who wrote it, you did a good job.
Okay, I will have to do that. I did that one time. I came up with an entire story on the bus while I was riding to school, and I wrote it down, and I ended up completely ditching the idea because I didn't think it worked out.
Imagine
But I guess,
riding a bus.
yeah, you would say that, wouldn't you? Because having a car.
This post was made by the Thank God I'm Not in Grade School Anymore gang.
I'm not in well, shoot.
I used to ride a
Yeah,
train
yeah,
every day to school.
High school is
Out in
grade
Utah,
school.
we had commutes.
It-
We have commutes of trains and bus systems that are so all over the valley. You don't need a car to get around. You get.
It's a
It's like some
thing
people park
about-
at train stops, take a train up to the nearest place where they're going, then take
That's
a
the
bus.
thing about living in like the East Coast or Midwest is you have more of a developed railway network and more subways and public transportation. Out here, the only trains we have are the ones that pass by because they're carrying cargo and freight to other neighboring, areas.
Yeah, there's
Yeah, we
don't
have that
really-
up
there's
here
only
now.
one place that you
I don't
can
live in
go
Utah anymore, and I
around
hate
here to board a passenger train, and the closest stop is like 4 hours away.
We have something out here called the rail trail. Apparently there used to be a public train out here, but now it's paved over into one big sidewalk that people can use to get from one place to another. You get people running on it all the time.
See, our public transportation system, at least in my town, is we do have a city bus that's paid for through taxes, I think. Or I don't know. Point is, we have one small city bus line, and it's been more developed over the last few years. We finally have like a late night system, and we have like more than just the standard 4 lines now. I think we have like 5 or 6 to only work on certain days. And it's called the Streamline, and it's just this cool little bus that goes around town and drops you off at different stops, then meets up at the college as their main hub, and that's where you change buses. We have some that are specifically for around town, and then we have other ones that travel out of town. I think there's one that heads out to a neighboring town of Four Corners, and I think there's one that goes all the way out like an hour towards another town, Livingston.
That
And
sounds
then
like you
comes
might
back.
be in. That sounds like you might be in Utah because there is a spot. A
Oh, I am not
fairground
in
called
Utah.
the Four Corners.
I am not in Utah.
Not that you're gonna.
Yeah.
Not that
I've
you're gonna
talked about-
actually tell me where you are, but okay.
Oh, I've said where
I'm not gonna ask.
I've said where I live multiple times on stream. It's Montana.
I prefer to forget that because I don't want to be one of those guys.
One of those guys. You're
Quick,
gonna
everyone
come all
tell
the way
Terry
over
where you
to-
live to make her uncomfortable. Kansas City!
Yeah. Oh no, Terry's gonna come to my state and
She's going to come to Montana and hunt you down. She's going to
I
have
know.
to
No, but
comb
the
the
people
entire
listening
state.
I don't even know what Terry would do with that much power, knowing where I live. Terry, what would you do if you actually did not purposefully forget where I lived?
She'd go there and ask for commission money.
No, I'd probably
Terry,
walk up
this-
to your doorstep, throw a picture in your face, and go, "Here, I drew it. Pay me
Wow. You don't seem like a violent person, Terry. I think you're very reasonable.
now." I can be. It's
I
actually very
feel
rare
like-
when I actually get mad.
I feel like you're more of the type of person to be passive-aggressive than full-on aggressive.
I can be full aggressive. There's only one person off the
Are
top
you
of
a
my head
Gemini?
who's ever felt the full brunt of that.
Are you a Gemini? Or...
I'm a Scorpio.
Oh, you're a Scorpio. Okay. Because if you were Gemini, I was going to say that would be true that you would have. Because as a Gemini, I know that, like, it's very much a kind and calm kind of mentality, but if you get really mad, it's, like, really, really, you don't want to upset a Gemini. Why am I talking about astrology?
Yeah, you
Whoa,
freaking nut.
Now I'm curious. What would a Scorpio be? You went, like you realized something.
Yeah, I feel like maybe it's just stigma, but I feel like Scorpios are more like... Let me look up. Because I feel like most people I've known in that regard are more like, interesting people that when you get them angry, you are dead.
I once found this thing where apparently you can type in a name and it'll give you all this chronology about what that kind of name is. I typed in my name, my real name, and there's this one paragraph that says, "This person is usually very calm, quiet, and reasonable. However, do not cross her or she will never let go of the grudge."
Found it. Yeah. Scorpio is actually more like of an intense Gemini, I guess. It's like you're very sweet on the outside, but when you're upset, you're, oh my god, like fire-breathing dragon, you're instantly dead. Whereas with a Gemini, it's more like very, very passive, but once they're upset, you feel it because they're just really passive-aggressive and they make you feel bad for making them feel bad. Whereas Scorpio is like, mess with the bull, you get the horns, you've just set off like a
Mess with
bomb.
the snake, you get the teeth.
Yeah, that's with the horse, you get the horse.
Like I said, there's only one person I can think
Mess
of off
with
the
the
top of my
horse.
head who's ever had the full brunt of my
You
fury.
get the force.
Yeah, this is just the whole... I looked up
Secretly,
when
horses
Scorpios
Jedi.
are... I looked up when Scorpios are mad, and all of the Google image Instagram quotes are saying, like, when a Scorpio is mad, even demons run for cover. If a Scorpio woman gets mad at you, she will break your face. Scorpio, when they're mad, do yourself a favor and just exit stage left, end of story.
Break your face.
This might explain this
Yeah.
one time where I got upset at work. I actually swore, and the whole place went quiet, and everybody was like, "Did she just know? Oh no." Because I don't
never
usually.
I usually don't like to swear. I feel bad when I swear. It's only on occasion that I'll, like, do it,
When I was younger,
I make a point to only do it when I'm actually upset, because then anybody who knows me knows I'm serious and knows that I mean it. I guess it's like a self-inserted warning system, I suppose.
when I was younger, I didn't swear, but it wasn't like on principle. It was just I didn't really ever do it. So every once in a while when I did, people would lose their fucking shit.
I'd rather they lose their marbles. They're easier to find.
There we
And
go.
people actually want
Yeah.
those.
Gemini, it's just when they're mad, is that they basically bottle up everything until they're officially set off, and that's when they let you have it. Just telling on their mind and being, very either humorous or passive-aggressive, but if they're really mad, they'll basically just tell you everything that's been on their mind about you relentlessly. But if they're silent about it, it means that they just don't care enough to tell you to your face because you're that, not worth their time, supposedly, according to Pinterest.com. Don't know. Ben, what's your star sign? We're gonna analyze you astrologically. Astrologically?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I don't believe in any of this stuff.
Well, tell me anyway, and I'll tell you.
I don't wanna.
Oh, then tell us what month
I
you were
don't.
born.
I don't want you
Yeah.
guys to
Ben, when's your birthday?
I don't want you guys to go on the internet and say, "Hey, you're like this because the internet said so."
Well, it's not because the internet said so. It's because the stars said so.
No, the stars don't know shit. They're fucking balls of gas.
Okay, well,
If it makes you feel better,
And the
I know
stars
like
don't
3
have
different
shit to
kinds
do
of
with
astrology
my
that
birth.
actually says 3 different things about me, only one of which is true.
Even like a lot of
I think
those
it's kind of fun to look this
personality
up.
things, like the Myers-Briggs and whatnot, don't even have very much merit. Let alone this completely arbitrary astrology thing.
Well, I'm a Capricorn.
So's my sister. Ooh, look that up. Let me see.
Let's. I'm going to use my special powers to determine what band's star sign is without knowing. Because
you.
I'm just.
Except I think I know how your powers work, dude.
I don't actually know because I'm looking through and I can't find anything. Virgo, you're a Virgo.
Hang on.
Wild guess.
Sure.
Okay, yeah. September
Let's
26th,
see.
right?
November 1st through 20th.
I'm not going to confirm or deny anything.
That's a yes, isn't it? Terry, what's your star? Oh wait, shoot, you just told me. You already told me.
No, let me double check this. It's October. Libra.
You're a Libra?
No, a band's a Libra.
Oh, wait. Oh shoot, did I accidentally go to the wrong... Yeah, 22nd is the end of Virgo. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you for double checking that. You're a Libra! Man, I know I used my mind's eye to see through your thin veil of security. And I know
No, you just
that
asked a
you're
certain
Libra
green
now.
unicorn.
Oh,
I'm looking
what?
at the stream chat, dude. I'm looking at the stream tab, dude. I saw the guy tweet you. Tag you. Whatever you call that.
Oh, I didn't ask Omega, but thank you, Omega, for telling me. According to Twitter.com. Oh my real research. I just looked up Ban birthday and looked through the chat history to see when everyone said happy birthday Ban.
Oh my god.
That's how I figured
Well, that
out.
would get you nowhere.
Yeah, the first thing that I would do is go to Twitter or DeviantArt because those things put your birthday right on the profile.
Right?
Well, it's good that I know now because now I have time in advance to like do something or tell you happy birthday at least if I don't draw
Yeah, at one
anything
point
for
I
you.
was like making a little chart to keep track of all my internet friends' birthdays because I wanted to like do stuff for them when their birthday was coming up. But Shroom told me that was creepy.
That's not creepy. That's just a normal thing to do in regards to friends. You like to keep track of these things so that you can actually be a supportive friend.
He's like, you shouldn't have like a spreadsheet of people's personal information. That's kind of weird.
See, this
I'm
is what
looking over
DeviantArt
traits
did
for
right.
Libra, and I think they match you pretty well.
That's because they're
I'm
all
looking at the
vague
things
as
for
shit and meant to
Capricorn
apply to
and I match it
everyone.
with.
But you're not a believer, man. That
Diplomatic,
must be one of the
great
traits.
listener, idealist, loves beautiful things, meditating, shopping, and overthinking.
Yeah, that sounds nothing fucking like me.
Well, maybe
Oh,
about
really?
the last 3 hours.
You're only saying that because you're denying the truth.
I hate shopping. I don't meditate. Those were the only ones I heard.
Diplomatic,
overthinking?
great listener, idealist, loves beautiful things.
No.
Doesn't pay their taxes.
Yeah, I'm not yet this year.
That's not one. I'm looking at this. Unless you're on a different site. What the heck?
Oh, funny. Last
Oh, that's
time we had
another
a
thing,
stream,
is
we
that
were
every
talking
single site's
about...
going to say something different.
Let's see.
This isn't
I remember
a character
last-
reference.
Personality,
last
marriage
last
potential.
stream.
That's not what I'm looking for.
Did you skip over Alyssa? You did.
No? What?
What?
Famous
Oh, no, you didn't.
birthdays.
What?
Last stream.
I think my
we
yeah, I think my stream just lagged up and
Who did I just draw?
I saw a blue pony, and then it showed the reference to my character a bit, and then like immediately skipped to you sifting through characters.
No, yeah, between drawing characters, I'm adding new submissions to this document.
Oh,
Thunder,
Okay, yeah.
it looks like you broke down and posted the reference after all, but you were right that this is too complicated.
yeah, okay.
I just want to quickly chime in with something that I didn't get to finish earlier. Shoot, darn it, I accidentally clicked out of the stream. Before we forget, last stream we were talking about tax. I only got my W-2, so I can do taxes.
Yeah, I have all my W-2s now, so I can do that. This is the most W-2s I've ever had. I've got like 3.
Gee, how come you have so many W-2 forms?
Because I had 3 jobs this year.
That explains a lot. I was just double checking because I've never had a job before, so I was worried I didn't get all my documents. Well, I've only worked at one place this year.
First, I had a good job with easy work, and I had a good advantage because they needed me more than I need them. So it was secure, and it paid well, and the hours were great. And then I was offered another job that was potentially less stable, but could potentially also be much better. It was not much better. Instead, my boss was awful, and I didn't like him at all, and I quit after like a month or 2. And then school was about to start, so I really needed to find another job before school started, and that's when the 3rd job happened.
Did you take any revenge on the 2nd job?
Well, about a month after I quit, the restaurant shut down, so...
That works.
Yeah.
Doesn't even matter if you were directly involved, that works.
The funny thing about my job is that it's slow season, so our hours are getting rolled back, which means I only work 2 days each week, so I don't have as much of a paycheck going in. But the funny thing about that is, I think they have a post-it note in the back room that says where they were looking for more hours, so I could theoretically switch them out. But here's the funny part, is when I specifically asked for Saturday off from next week because my family is going to the symphony and I would like to go to see our local symphony, they told me that I have to find someone to cover me before I can do that. And guess what? I don't think that's gonna happen.
I'm not gonna draw Elijah this week because he's too complicated.
Oh, you could just simplify it if you want.
No, where did Alyssa go? I put her in here, right?
My job's about to enter the busy season because right after Valentine's Day, one of the busiest thing in the start of the year, right after Valentine's Day, we have wedding season. Because we have this thing out back where this whole space and a patio where people will come and he'll throw wedding receptions and parties out there. It's a mess.
Ben, what are you doing?
We
You
already
skipped
have
over my
3
character.
weddings booked
No.
back to back on different days to the
You pulled
point
up
where
my
I'm like,
corgi and then leggy and then you
I
just
have
skipped over
everything
both
that
of
has
them.
been submitted on layers in here. I'm just sifting through it,
Oh.
trying to find the thing that's supposed to be next.
Okay. Yeah, I heard
I'm not
that
skipping
earlier. I
your
just chose to not remember it.
Dummy.
I'm gonna die this September.
I just had
I
a
don't know.
weird thing happen just now. Little weird kind of brain fart. So I watched the Rooster Teeth podcast, and I'm a first member, which means that when their podcast is over, they have the post show where if you are paying first member, you get to watch that. It's like a little bit of extra podcast. So basically what happened was, for a moment, I was like, oh man, it's almost time for us to switch over to the post-show of the Drawfest stream. And then I remembered we don't have that.
We should do a post-show.
No one would pay for a post-show.
We should, when you blow up.
You should at least
inevitably.
do one for Hakan.
Hakon's dead.
Yeah, Hakan got canceled this year.
Oh,
I thought you
dang.
could say Hakon
Well, that explains the note you had under that third week.
Yeah, Rift Cafe is going to try to do some sort of event at the end of February, and there is another startup convention that's going to be happening, online convention, that's going to be happening sometime this summer, called Ponies Online.
Ooh,
if
summer.
you
So many good things
invested-
happening this summer.
What if you invested in like a VR headset and like used online VR chat rooms to do your stream,
No.
broadcast your stuff?
I would need to get a much
That's
better
interesting.
internet connection to be able to do VR chat and stream at the same time.
I'm not even interested in that.
Yeah.
Although, I think it would be interesting if you could hook up a VR to a YouTube for all those 360 videos. There's this awesome one where you're basically flying on an eagle.
Yeah, 360 videos are cool.
They can be. Very much so.
I haven't
I
been able to
technically-
watch a video in VR yet. Like I've watched those 360 videos, but I've been like on my phone, so you have to like move the phone around.
I've done them on my iPad where you have to literally just... You touch the thing and you move it there. You can't move the phone to do that. You just move the... I'm not even explaining this very well. Holy crap.
No, I understand what you're saying, but yeah, I haven't
Yeah,
been able to experience one of those in
on the
actual
screen.
VR yet.
Mm-hmm.
I do that. I do them. The close to a VR phrase is to get that
I do
VR
that.
video. It's a playing like a headset. That's literally just made out of cardboard. You can just do that.
Boop.
I have like a. I didn't pay money for it. I got it as a gift because my uncle used to work for a company that distributed these things. So I got like a cheap plastic VR case for your phone. And I used that for like 2 days, and then I decided not to do it because I think it was scratching up my phone, and it just wasn't comfortable. And it's not the same thing as being able to navigate, because sticking your phone into a plastic case with lenses in front of it, so you can't fit your hand there to turn things on and off. Oh, great. I did not say hi when you came in, but hi. Can anyone hear me?
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, it says I'm...
Omega, I agree.
Yeah.
On my
Whoa, hey,
brother's
don't...
Oculus, he has a cool little doohickey, and I don't know if it comes with Oculus or if he downloaded it.
Do not...
But it's basically this little program meant to sort of introduce you to the whole VR experience, and it's got this little like Wally looking dude, and
You're so soft.
you like in a trailer and you get to play with cool futuristic technology. It's great.
Shh. Sorry, I had to chase a dog. What? What are you talking about?
VR.
Oh.
Now, I remember something like that being on the PS4 when it first came out. There was like I forgot what it was called, but to introduce you to the new controller and all of its features, there was like a little game of a bunch of robots where you could like shake your controller and use a touchpad to interact with the environment. It was really cool. And then like the little light bar on the PlayStation controller would like reflect whatever's going on by changing colors and stuff.
Ooh.
Yeah, the PlayStation 4 controller is a pretty advanced little piece of technology because it's got a speaker built in and a light bar and a touch sensor and all that. Not to mention, just this last month they introduced a new add-on, the little add-on trigger flaps. It's a little tiny touch screen
BRB.
with 2 little additional flaps on it you can install on the back of your controller to get 2 programmable buttons. And you program them easily by just touching the touchscreen to select which button you'd like it to be. Which is way easier than what some other controllers make you do, which is like install their software and then do things through their complicated software.
Neat.
Yeah, I just think it's very cool which direction gaming is headed in that department. I'm not excited, though, about the fact that it's getting more expensive and digital games are also becoming more of a heavy thing.
I'm back.
Welcome back. Shout out to Google Stadia for failing immediately.
What kind of...
Pretty sure it's pronounced Stadia.
Stadia? I've heard it pronounced both ways. I just didn't want to get anyone, to yell at me for mispronouncing things. That's happened to me multiple times on stream and other times, like when I said epitome instead of epitome.
That's one of those things that's like, that kind of sucks, and it'd be nice if that didn't happen, but it's kind of just unavoidable.
Yeah.
Like, sometimes
There's
you're
so
just
many...
gonna make a mistake, and people are gonna laugh at you, because it's funny.
There's so many words in the English language that aren't actually directly from the English language, so you don't know how to pronounce them properly.
Yeah, it's not phonetic, and it's overflowing with borrowed words.
English is just a complicated language to learn in general, though, because there's so many vowels that make different sounds, even when they're arranged the same way. Like trow, tho, through, bow.
Bow.
Throw, through,
Cough.
throw,
Enough.
nah. And sometimes why.
Okay.
I remember when I was in elementary school, they tried teaching us that the vowels were A, E, I, O, U, sometimes Y, and also W.
I want to know why R isn't a vowel.
Why would R be a vowel?
R should be a vowel, think about it.
It does show up almost as often as E.
I don't think its frequency has anything to do with anything, but I just feel like the way that it sounds and feels.
We play a revised version
is
of
like other vowels.
Called A Game of Letters, and we always get stuck with words that end with E because the next part of the game is the game goes that when you say something like, say, eagle, the last letter or sound of that word has to be the start of your next word.
Sounds like Shiritori.
Game of Letters?
Shiritori.
Shiritori. I did get this from a Japanese anime and adjust it for a card trip, and we loved it.
Yeah, Shiritori is a Japanese game where you take the last character, which is...
which in English would be the last letter.
It's the last character, which is going to
do it the last sound.
It's hard to hard to play in English because it doesn't work the same way.
Well, that's why. Well, that's why I revised it. So it's the last letter in English, or the last sound if you can't think of anything new with the last letter. And let's face it, a lot of words end in E, but not enough start.
So the way that it works in Japanese is because there are Japanese words that end with the sound n, but none of them start with that sound. You lose if you end in that sound.
You're cutting out a lot now.
You're cutting out too, so...
I partially used the translated version I got off of Holic.
I don't
it's a good show.
Man, I think...
Letter XXX, Holic. It's kind of trippy.
When this stream is over, I'm gonna create a channel in this server so that we can play Shiritori, and
in English or Japanese?
No, you gotta play it in Japanese, and it's gonna be great because no one's gonna play.
Well, then
Didn't
what's
we
the
used to have a
point?
game where we tried writing the story word by word in the server?
Yeah, that was a mess, but that was fun.
Wait, so are we doing that, whatever how you pronounce it, in English or in Japanese? Because if it's Japanese, no one is playing. If you do it in English, that means everyone can have
It's
an
a Japanese
opportunity.
game. We're doing it in Japanese. I don't expect anyone
Nobody
to play.
here.
I don't expect anyone to play. I'm just doing
You're
it
the only one
because
who can speak Japanese,
I
as
want
far as I
to.
can tell.
I just want to do that. I'm also going to go in my
Murray
Japanese
knows a
server
couple phrases,
and make a
I
channel
think,
for
right?
it because I think that'll actually get used there. But I'm gonna do one
I'd
here.
rather teach everybody
Just for the heck of
English
it.
version I set up.
Because
Because at least everyone who
not your
speaks
server,
English
is
can
it?
play it.
No, that's like
Bam is a troll.
what do you call it
Ultimate
when
troll.
it's like sacrilegious.
Yes, I am home. Hello. How was your trip? All right.
I was gonna say
Good morning.
earlier, but I got cut off multiple times because I guess there was such a delay, and then also you're
You went down to
lagging
say hello
out
to you.
really badly. But sometimes
did
I
not.
question why I chose to learn German as my second language as opposed to something more common in the States like Spanish. Because working my retail job, the most common language I hear apart from English is, often Spanish, but I can't interact with customers who primarily speak that language because I can only speak in English or German. There is no other option.
I hear a lot
I
of
had
Portuguese and Italian myself.
I had a coworker once who did speak Spanish, and we would frequently have customers come in who spoke Spanish, and they would be like talking about us in front of us, and he would tell me about what they were saying after they left.
BRB, can't find a belt. Puppy.
I think the more effective thing to do is address them in that language or in English and say, reply to them.
Well, that's...
I've heard that.
I mean, that's a pretty risky move when you are at work.
Well,
You
yeah,
don't
I
want to,
guess
like,
so.
be disrespecting
I heard that
customers.
story before. It was either on Twitter, Reddit, or one of those YouTube channels that steals Reddit threads and tells the stuff on them. But it was like a girl was working at a supermarket somewhere, and I think it might have been even overseas in Japan, and she had customers who were talking poorly about her. So she addressed them in English and said, that's not a very nice thing to say. And both of them just gave her a horrified look.
Where was this?
It
Wait,
was
I'm
somewhere
sorry,
in,
just say the thing again. Just start over.
It was a girl working abroad in Japan, and two customers came in, and they were speaking to her in English, but then they started talking amongst each other about her poorly. So she just addressed them in addressed the customers in English because she knew their language, and said, that's not a very nice thing to say, and replied to all of their comments, and they gave her a horrified look because they didn't think she knew.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah, the other language I should have learned is American Sign Language, because,
I know a little of that.
I used to know a little bit of that. I used to be really into learning it when I was a little boy, and then I just stopped for no reason, and now I don't remember things.
I was trying to learn it for a while, but I have a hard time with the discipline of keeping it up.
Oh yeah.
I learned some signs mainly from a series called Signing Time. I don't think
Yes! I was raised on Signing Time. Oh my god.
Our favorite is still the alphabet song. So many letters, so many signs, so many words in so little time.
Why was there a song about signing?
There are songs
weird.
for a whole bunch of signs.
Yeah, there's all sorts of... It's really easy to memorize things through song.
That
for
seems
some people more than
really
others,
And
funny.
the
and
alphabet
weird,
song was
and
the
almost
most fun
disrespectful.
because you get to watch her not only make these.
How is that disrespectful?
Listen,
a song for...
They're making mimetic songs and stuff for you to remember sign language.
But it works. She
Think
didn't
about
even
that.
have her own original song at the end of the alphabet one. Do you remember Lonely Letter X? I'm a lonely letter. I'm an X. That one?
It's hard for me to remember everything, but it sounds familiar. God,
That one is really on YouTube. You can go look it up
is that
right
the
now.
show is mostly oriented at teaching people who are abled and can't hear how to communicate with people who are deaf.
Yeah.
So that's why it's
Signing Time
teaching goose songs.
The Signing Time, I'm starting to question whether it was the same Signing Time. Ours was basically aimed at kids, which is why there was so much songs in there. And it worked
Well, yeah,
because
that's the
my
one I'm thinking
half-sister, when
of.
she was a
It
baby,
was-
she would learn these signs, and they was able to talk to. She was dissing us before she could even actually speak. She's
I
so
forgot her
smart.
name, but I do know that signing time was started by a mother who wanted to teach people how
Rachel.
to sign. Yeah, Rachel, because her daughter was.
Yeah, because her daughter was deaf and her nephew was born around the same time, and they started interacting with each other. And as she's teaching her daughter sign language, her nephew picked up on it, and they were starting to talk to each other and everybody, and he was signing before he was speaking.
Mm-hmm.
And so she decided to go up. She's like, oh, maybe more kids can work this way.
You know,
And
Yeah.
that was the start of signing time.
that sort of makes sense when you think about it, that you could
But I
learn how to
think-
sign before you learn how to talk, because like the gorillas never learned how to talk, but they can sign.
And as fun as it is, I think it also depends on the kids themselves as well as the parents. Because I think Panda picked up on most of it because we found it fun to do with her. Whereas some parents are just going to be like, here, watch this.
I've decided that if I ever come back reincarnated as another animal, I'm going to try my hardest to keep my, memory of the English language, so I can totally flex on everybody and be fully capable of cognitive, responses to English.
Or you
and then
could just
become
come back
really
as a
famous
collie dog. Apparently they can learn up to 1,000 different words.
They can't speak
That
them
is...
No, but they can understand them.
My aim is to learn how to communicate through a typewriter or keyboards, so I can be and then try to gradually learn how to speak. It would be incredibly difficult having a completely different set of vocal cords that cannot pronounce the same letters and words.
No, enunciate would still work.
Okay, I'm just making sure. People get mad at me for that too sometimes. Yeah,
No.
I would like to
Man,
come
people
back
get
as
mad
an
at you a lot.
animal. Yep.
You gotta stop making everyone get mad, man.
It's a mad
People need to
world.
stop
What do
being
you
so
think?
pressed about me, especially in the server. I think it's gotten better. I think when I came here at first, everyone was, on me all the time, but I've sedimented my place.
Well, half of it is because, like, sometimes your mannerisms make you feel like a timid person, which feels like an easier target. And the other part of it is because there are people who are looking for easy targets in this server.
Oh, shout out to Kingpin.
Yeah.
Back to my original point, though, I would like to, if I come back as an animal, I would like to try to retain as many of my human memories as I can, the good ones mostly. Trauma can be dropped off at the door.
That is the dumbest
so that way
thing
I
I've ever heard.
I just think it would be very cool to just flex on everyone by being the only dog with a full understanding and ability to communicate in the English language fluently. That
So,
would just
Or
be
you could just
very
come back as a
cool.
parrot, then you get to have your human memories, your human language, and you'd be able to say
but
whatever the hell you wanted.
That's
and
not
nobody
as
would...
cool as a dog, though, because like parrots and a lot of birds in that variety, they are known for being able to speak because they're very smart. But being
Yeah,
a
but here's the
dog
catch. They
and
get to
doing
say
that
whatever
would
they
be
want in any order, and people are like, "Aw, he's talking," but they don't really mean it. It's kind
I
of like
don't
the
want
movie
Yeah, a lot of
Polly with
birds
this
don't know
parrot
what
who
they're
could actually
saying.
talk, comprehend, and
That's
say
not what
stuff
I
back to
want. I
people,
don't want
but
to
everybody's
be,
like, "No,
oh,
he's
look
just
at the
repeating
funny bird that can say phrases it's been taught. I want it to be, look at the incredible dog that's perfectly capable of speaking in English and knows what it's saying because it's self-aware. That would just be a scientific miracle. And then, like, after the end of my lifespan, it would just be like, I can't believe the talking dog is gone. And I'll come back as a different animal, and I'll communicate to people that was me. And it'll be like crazy sauce, bro. It'll be crazy.
I can't believe you just
So
spoiled
basically,
the
be like Dog with a
afterlife.
blog and a sequel."
And then, after a couple more animal lives, I'll come back as a human. And I'll, like... I'll like tell people, I'll foreshadow it, like in my last final animal life before being a human again. I'll be like, in like 20 years, I will come back as a human, and
You realize some animals live 20 years, right?
I will die 20 years into my life.
How can you come back as multiple animals and come
Well,
back in 20 years if some of those animals
Well,
can
no,
actually
what I'm
live?
I
saying
thought
is
that he
at
said
the
that,
end-
like, in 20 years, so,
A
like,
parrot alone
when
would
he
live
was
12.
dying, he would say that, And then 20
Yeah,
years,
that's
20 years
what my
later,
point
he
is.
would be a
Towards the end of
20-year-old
that
human.
last animal life. Yeah, that's my point. At the end of that last animal life, I'd say in like 20 years, I'll be back at this very place, and I will say the secret code word, and you'll know it's me, and I'll disappear. And then 20 years later, I will come back, and I'll be like, bananas. Oh my god, it's... Yeah.
Yeah, but if everybody knows the code word and then people of a certain age come up and be like, oh, I know this code word, and then they say it, how do you know who's the real deal?
Well, that's the thing, I'll keep it as a secret code word. Or I'll
Then
just
how
have
be
are
like
they supposed
people
to
claiming
verify
to
it
be
if they don't know the
Christ.
code?
I'll have only one person who's like, slightly
Who may
younger
or may
than
not
I.
blab, and then you have the same problem either way.
I don't know how to do this. I'm trying to make this
You
like the
also
premise
have
of
an
a movie,
unpredictable
though.
lifespan
So
for that
anyway,
person.
this is a
And they
really
could get an...
interesting discussion, but
But
we're
the stream
out of
is
time.
over. Please
So,
go home.
Deej, can you sign us off?
Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed today's stream. Make sure you join the Discord so that way you can, join us next time and also find out when the next stream is going to be. Yeah.
2 weeks.
Terry,
Spoilers. All right,
I'm
thanks everyone for
trying
coming.
to
Bye.
advertise. Bye. Follow me.